Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The Rangers win a series. This is not a joke. This is the roundup. What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you. What a long weekend. Had a lot of storms and whatnot in the Metroplex. It's wild. Been a rocky June. Not just with the weather, but with baseball. Rangers have been interesting to watch. Because you never know what you're going to get. Are they going to get shut out? Are they going to shut a team out? They're going to score, they're going to score no runs. They're going to score 10 runs. Who knows? Well, we know because we've been watching. So, hey, they're still on this road trip. It seems like it's forever. They still have another 3 games. But, yeah, they take on the, third place NL East Nationals for 3 games. They don't take them on. They go to Washington and take on the Nationals. So let's dive on in. Let's recap. Then we'll take a look at some standings, some rankings, look ahead a little bit. And, let's have fun. Dive on in. All right, game 1, Nationals. Just like I said, Rangers get shut out. It was pathetic. Rangers, no runs, only 2 hits. They had an error. Nationals, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They put 1 up in the second, 1 up in the 7th. That was enough to do it. Soroka gets his 3rd win of the season. He's now 3-3, 4.86 ERA. Corbin gets his 5th loss of the season. What are you supposed to do here? Yeah, he's 3-5 now, 3.52 ERA. It's embarrassing. Finnegan gets his 18th save of the season, 2.38 ERA. Player of the game is Soroka. He's obviously your top performer. Your other top performer is Corbin. He got the loss. He threw 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Come on, right? There was only 1 homer by the game, obviously, is the Nationals. Nationals had 8 total bases versus the Rangers 2. No stolen bases in this game. Rangers left 5 on. Nationals left 3 on. Again, both teams had an error. So Corbin does exactly what he needs to do, exactly what he's been doing, and there is no run support. Nothing. Nada. The only hit one of the hits of the game was Josh Smith. The other one was Adolis Garcia. That's it. A lot of, I'm not saying a lot. Actually, they only struck out 8 times collectively. Evan Carter had 2 of them, along with Langford with 2. And Garcia struck out once. He's good for 1 or 2, whatever. But Berger, Simeon, Smith all struck out as well, or had a strikeout. But yeah, Corbin, 8 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Obviously, had 2 strikeouts and gave up the homer. What else are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? This is. I will say that the error, it did come from Corbin. But I don't care. I'm letting it slide. So pathetic, I think, on all levels when you look at this box score. When you look at, obviously no action. There was 1 walk in the game, Seager. Now, I did see a note on Twitter from Rangers Nation. Corey Seager has been held without a hit in 22 consecutive at-bats. That's the longest hitless stretch of his career. So, unbelievable. And, of course, I scroll a little bit, and there's Texas TV, and there's a dude on a lawn chair on top of his house when the storm's rolling through. And it's like, it says Texan waiting on the thunderstorm. And that's kind of how it is when there's a storm coming through or the sirens are going off. We go out front. We want to see it. Anyways, don't advise it, but it is what it is. So yeah, terrible stretch for him. Just a terrible stretch. Whatever. But yeah, they had a bad game. Corbin did everything. The guys did nothing behind him. But then let's turn the page. Back at it. Little Saturday action. Rangers shut them out. 5-0, baby. It was DeGrom day. They could feel that they were just getting that power. He gets his 6th win of the season. He's now 6-2 with a 2.12 ERA. Parker gets his 6th loss of the season. He's 4-6 with a 4.44 ERA. Rangers put up 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Nationals shut out, 3 hits, 1 error. Rangers come out of the gate hot, score 2 in the first, and then nothing the rest of the game until the 8th inning. Then a 3. They put up 3 more, and that was you know what? Oh, that's right. There was no homers in this game. I was about to fire up a Marcus Semien has been on fire lately. As of late, he is the switch has been flipped. It's party time. It's go time. And DeGrom did everything in this game, along with the bullpen came in as well. Shut this team down, and the bats came to support DeGrom. He's your player of the game through 7 innings, no earned runs, 8 strikeouts, no walks. Obviously your top performer. He only gave up 2 hits, no earned runs, had 8 strikeouts. Parker was the other top performer, which is kind of weird. I guess he only gave up 1 earned run. So he got 4 hits, 5 strikeouts. Semien went 2 for 3, a double, a walk, 3 RBIs, and a run. No homers in this game again, like I mentioned. Rangers had 9 total bases versus the Nationals 3, and 1 stolen base for the Rangers. The only one of the game. Rangers left 6 on versus the Nationals 3. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, they come out of the great, they come out, you're like, okay, got 2 on the board. Let's see what happens. And DeGrom just shuts them down. And then, of course, they tack on 3 additional ones later in the game, like I mentioned. Phenomenal. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love that DeGrom had 8 strikeouts, only gave up 2 hits. Jackson came in for an inning of work, gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. Martin came in to close her out there, 1 inning, had a strikeout. That was it. I mean, come on. And obviously, when you're looking at you're going down the lineup here, you see a lot, runs and hits, RBIs, walks. Still got quite a bit of strikeouts, still quite a bit, but I'll take it. When you're getting hits, Haggerty hit 3 hits, 2 runs. Langford got a hit and a run. Josh Young's kind of still 2 strikeouts there. Had a run and a hit. Semien, again, a run, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Had a walk too. He's being patient up there. He did not strike out. His average is now above 200. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Berger kind of struggled. Had a walk and 2 strikeouts, but he had a little dinger the next day. We'll talk a little bit of that in a minute. Garcia had a hit, RBI, 2 strikeouts again. Heim struggling a little bit. Nothing doing. No hits, no runs, no nothing. Had a strikeout. And they brought in Higashioka they didn't bring him in. He was the DH, and all he did that day was get a walk. But yeah, I mean, fine, right? Fine. When you're scoring runs, I don't care. Just get the runs, get the boys on, get the boys in, and let's win some ball games. I mean, come on now. You're talking, you gave up 2 runs on Friday, no runs on Saturday, and then let's get into Sunday. A rain delay. I think it was like an hour and a half. I was sitting there ready to go, and then they were talking about the rain, and then they started showing some other footage on Victory Plus. I was like, can we just get this game going, please? But nice day. Middle of the day was pretty nice because we were hanging out by the pool, enjoying ourselves, and then we had the radio on and just listened to the game. And yeah, I mean, like I said, just a perfect day. And so yeah, and the Rangers won. That's what topped it off. They won 4-2. As I mentioned, the Rangers gave up 4 runs this entire series. 4 runs. Again, they win 4-2, score 4 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. Nationals 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Webb gets his third win of the season. He's now 3-3, 4.71 ERA. William gets his 7th loss of the season. He's 3-7, 5.91 ERA. Garcia gets his 4th save of the season, 3.12 ERA. Rangers get going in the second with an Evan Carter homer that knocks in Marcus Semien, and it sounds like this courtesy of the Rangers Sports Network.
And Evan Carter hits a ball well, deep out to right field. Call is back near the wall. Gone!
Bing, bang, boom.
Evan Carter's 2nd home run of the year. And he gives the Rangers an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, baby. Now, the Nationals did put up a fight. They homered. They got Alex Call homered in the 4th inning. They put up 2 in the 4th, so the game's tied. And then the solo shot, if I'm not mistaken. No, Berger's homer wasn't until the 8th. So, but Marcus Semien grounds out, and I think was it Seager scored or Seager went to second. Josh Smith scored. Apologies there. So they put on the go-ahead run in the 5th and then tack on one more for insurance in the top of the 8th. And Rangers win. Hey, I mean, what are we doing here? It's winning a series. You don't even know what to do. Player of the game is Carter, 3 for 4, a homer, a double, and I don't know why they put strikeout there. It's so stupid. But anyways, homer, double, 2 RBIs, a run. Then Berger went 3 for 4, a homer, a double, RBI, and a run. Call is your number 3 guy. He went 2 for 4, a homer, RBI, and a run. So 3 homers total. Rangers had 2, Nationals 1. Rangers 20 total bases versus the Nationals 10. Only stolen base was by the Rangers, and then Rangers left 8 on versus the Nationals 4. Both teams had an error, as I mentioned. So
it is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah. Give me more of this. Even though it's only 4 runs, you got 11 hits. You got them in. You get the win. Pitching again. Latz threw most of it. He threw 3 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, had 2 walks, had 7 strikeouts though, but he did give up the homer. Then Webb came in for an inning and 2/3. He only gave up 1 hit. Milner came in for 2 innings. He gave up 2 hits and he had a strikeout. Armstrong for 2/3 of an inning, had 1 strikeout, clean sheet other than that. And then Garcia came in an inning and a third. He gave up 1 hit, but he had 2 strikeouts. So there you go. Latz did great. I mean, that's the most like it was just a lot of praise going around Sunday, especially on X, about how this team came together. The bullpen, the pitching's been great. That's not the problem. It's not. It's the hitting. But hey, the fact that they held this team to 4 runs through the series, I'm here for it. And again, so Smith, you go down the roster here. Smith, Haggerty, Seager, Simeon, Josh Young, Carter, Berger, Osuna. I think it was all lefties in that lineup that day because it was the pitch. I remember I saw Bochy talking about it, and they were going through the lineup and talking about how it's just going to be just peppered everybody lefty. So, oh man, but yeah, now not a lot of strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, but most of them are 2 by Smith, 2 by Haggerty, 2 by Osuna, 1 by Carter. But when you only have like 2 walks, Heim had a walk, Seager had a walk. Your RBIs, Simeon with 1, Carter with 2, Berger with 1. So 11 hits though. They only had a couple goose eggs on this thing. Smith had 2, Haggerty 1, Simeon 2, Carter 3, Berger 3. I mean, come on, right? So very happy with how this weekend went. I wasn't too excited, obviously how it started, but Saturday and Sunday gave me some hope. And I mean, you got to win these games, right? You have to win these freaking games. All right, let's go over to. I will say we're going to move to the standings real quick, and I will say I was quite pissed Saturday when I opened it up and was like, well, let me see where they're at, and they were in 4th freaking place. The Angels were were in front of them, and I'm like, this is how it's terrible. This is awful. Rangers 31-35 now with a 470 win percentage, 5.5 games back. Houston's in first place by 2.5 games ahead of the Mariners there. But yeah, Rangers 5.5 games back. Last 10, they're 4-6. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They're back to +2 on the runs scored versus runs allowed. They scored 221, allowed 219. And they're 20-13 at home, 11-22 on the road. What are you gonna do? 16-24 teams above 500. So good, right? I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with that. I think with them being 2 games back on the Mariners. I mean, Houston just hold on real quick. Houston's just kind of pulling away. They did lose yesterday, but they're 6-4 in their last 10, and they're they're hot right now, but the Rangers, they can catch it. They can catch. I mean, they're right there. They're on the cusp. So, and the next 3 games are still on the road, like I said before. They got a home series this weekend starting Friday the 13th against the Sox. So I'm going to try to make it out to one of those games. And then Friday the 13th, obviously, it's a promotional night, which we'll talk more after the completion of this series with the Twins. Minnesota comes in, or no, Rangers go to Minnesota, take on the Twins Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Got an off day today, which is nice. First game 6:40. They don't have their pitcher listed yet as probable. They don't have a probable pitcher listed for this game, but we're going to have Tyler Mahle on the mound, righty, 5-3, a 2.02 ERA, 53 strikeouts, and then Wednesday it's Leiter, baby, Jack Leiter versus David Festa, righty versus righty. Leiter is 4-2 with a 3.48 ERA, 42 strikeouts. Festa is 0-1 with a 5.40 ERA, 21 strikeouts. And then Thursday, it's an early game. It's going to be about noon our time. Patrick Corbin versus Bailey Ober, lefty versus righty. Corbin, he's 3-5 with a 3.52 ERA and 43 strikeouts. Bailey is a 4-2 with a 3.78 ERA and 54 strikeouts. So, yeah, should be a fun little series. Now, Minnesota, I'm trying to actually make my way over. There we go. They're in second place right now in the AL Central. They're 35-30. They're 7 games back on the Tigers. Tigers are just on fire this year with a 5.38 win percentage. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They won their last game. They're on a 1-game winning streak. They're plus 37 for the runs scored versus runs allowed difference. They're 19-10 at home, so really good at home. On the road, 16-20, and they're 17-23 against teams above 500. So they don't do so hot against teams above 500, but the Rangers aren't above 500. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But they are, like I said, Rangers are catching some speed here. Twins, a solid team. They've played well. They played good ball this year. So I'm nervous about this matchup, but I think we're okay. We obviously have the pitching. We'll see how the hitters do against decent pitching. I think we should be able to at least get one. I'd love to get 2. I think we're just going to get 1 out of this matchup. And then you got no new injury news or roster moves or anything like that. Eovaldi, he's still on the 15-day IL. They were talking about him coming back, but they were like, well, let's not rush it, right? And so obviously it's the 9th. He was I think he's not due to come back for another 5 or 6 days, I think. No, they backed it up to May 29th. So he could be due here, I don't know, in a day or so. But there's no rush. That's the beauty part, right? Is they're not, they rush. It seemed like they rushed back Seager. They're not going to rush back Eovaldi. There is no way in hell you're going to do anything if Eovaldi goes down. And I'm not saying like everything revolves around him and whatever, but yeah, got a good rotation going right now. But I mean, you need your stud. They're all, Leiter, Corbin, Mahle. They've all been doing great. But yeah. Anyways, let's take a look at some stats. I'll keep it loose on the stats here. We're looking at team, and I got the whole league in front of me. Hitting. Rangers right now are in 29th place, dead last in the American League with a 2.21 ERA batting average. Dead last in the AL. They're only above the Colorado Rockies, and they're at 219. And they're I think they were on their way up last time I saw. So, yeah. And then if you go OPS, they're dead last. 639. Yep. It sucks. It's pain. Pain. So I just wanted to look at it because I know we're going to start getting into looking at some ranking or some standings and things like that and rankings and whatever. But it's just, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you look at the team, Josh Young's leading the team in hits right now, 53. Josh Smith at 52. Everybody else is below that. Simeon's on his way up, obviously. He's got 49. Now, homers, Wyatt Langford's leading the team with 11. Berger's at 9. Adolis Garcia, Jonah Heim, and Josh Young are all at 7. As far as RBIs go, Garcia's in the lead, 28. Simeon at 27. Langford, 26. Berger, 25. So that's always great. I do like looking at strikeouts, and who struck out the most. It's not that big of a gap as it usually is over the last couple of years. But yeah, Garcia's at 62, only 2 ahead from Wyatt Langford. And then like I said, Simeon's like I said, but Simeon's third. He's got 54, but I think he's coming around. I have to say he's coming around. Yeah. Pain. And if obviously they remove people, you have to qualify for this, but batting average, Josh Smith's leading the team 269, Josh Young 256, Wyatt Langford 227, Simeon 218, Garcia 215, and OPS Smith 735, Wyatt Langford 731, and Josh Young 704. Whew, buddy. It's kind of depressing, but let's flip over to some pitching. Look at it by the team. Rangers are third total overall, but number 1 in the American League with a 3.10 ERA. I mean, they overtook the Detroit Tigers in this department. Great. Amazing, right? That's what you want. Oh man, that's just beautiful. And that's if you've been a Ranger fan for any particular amount of time, you know that this has never been the strong point. You know what I mean? And to actually be sitting here looking at it, you're like, oh yeah, baby, oh yeah, yep. So yeah, they've given up 56 homers. They've hit 19 batters, which is pretty low. I think that might be, I don't know, third or fourth best in the league. Walked 182 and then had 516 strikeouts. It's pretty dope. It's not a lot. I mean, that's how far down? Yeah, 20th in strikeouts. So, but there you go. Leading ERA. That's something. That's something to look forward to. Anyways, we've almost got to get out of here. Make sure you go vote for your Rangers. MLB.com/Rangers. Go vote. Help make the Rangers the All-Star game. Have they done the starters yet? Let's see. It says, I mentioned it last time. Okay, yeah, phase 1, June 4th through June 26th. Help your favorites advance. And then phase 2 is June 30th through July 2nd. Vote for the starters. So get in there and vote. Get your Rangers in there. I think it's 6 times a day or something like that. But yeah, you can get Young, Simeon, Langford, Peterson, Heim, Berger, Seager, Smith, and Garcia. Vote. All right. You know what? That's going to do it for me today. Hope you guys and gals have a wonderful week. And I should be back. We'll see. I can probably knock out the Thursday one in the afternoon after the game's over. But if not, I'll hit you on Friday. We'll do a preview of the weekend series. Yeah. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Thanks for listening to the Roundup.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No